So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They put a receiver in motion here left. Goff now on 3rd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Lions readying for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Brings it in at the 12. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And the Packers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They send a man in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. Ground game stopped again. That leaves them with a 4th and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. That'll be the 1st and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the 1st on 4th down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Ryan Branch getting there for the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Putting a receiver in motion. Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run, Jacobs. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. To the air with Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Reed now, in motion left. Love now on 3rd and goal. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Across midfield to the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Shotgun snap here to Goff. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Buys time, rolling right. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. These 2 NFC North teams have played one so far. Just a field goal separates these 2. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. Goff setting to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They stick with Jacobs. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Takes the handoff, now Love. That's Reed on a slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he could only get a low yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line.
Those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sending a receiver left. Love out of the shotgun. This throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Third and 4 coming up now. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they've become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays, really. There's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole nother set of issues for defenses.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Gong. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions at a deficit. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing is gone. This complete to Colt. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be second down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Bryan Anger getting the call on the 4th down punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
Tiger. Louis.
Goff on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the middle. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
We go. 76.
2nd and 10 now. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. He's trying to go deeper. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. And the Packers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Fox now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
First down throw from Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions tie things 10-10. Fox now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And that hit is going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ryan Branch has it. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just 1 snap later.
They go play action with Goff. He rolls to his right. And a man is there to knock that away.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, Goff. Has it down close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Goff. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Hand off here to Jacobs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Play fake, it's Love. Headed out right. Caught by the open man. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Jacobs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Working quickly here. Complete on the option. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Throw caught at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Escapes the pocket. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a third-quarter lead. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Love. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another...
Big game downfield. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Lions take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Looking to throw, Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Goff on 3rd. He's on the move. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
That's going to catch the crossbar and be sent backwards. No good. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Well, that fooled me. He had it online. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way. as he's denied by the crossbar.
Thrown on first down, Love. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the fourth.
17.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun now for Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Love to throw again. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Love out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers now within 1 score in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Big spot for the Packers here. They'll go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Going for 2 with the end around. Oh, yikes. That 2-point try was headed the wrong way. Just about everything going wrong on that attempt. A lot's got to go right to tie this up now. Need a touchdown and a 2-point try, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, got to recover this kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. Well, the good news is still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately, you've set this offense up for success.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Now Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Back to throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11. Fox now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw. Here's Love. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Defense getting in on the Farm Bronc with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love back to it after the pick. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motioning left is their running back. Love from the gun. And they pick him off again. Has room down the left sideline. And he takes this one back for the pick six. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was give me 6.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Back to the air following the pick six. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers make it an 18-point game. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions on their way to their 3rd win of the year. Second and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd and 6 now. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
Goff now on 3rd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander at the 20. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
37.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense to the line for second down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Put the body on the line for his team. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. Room to run inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions push their lead to 18. Fox now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, first and 10. Man in motion here. Love. Reed's got it. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
First down, Green Bay.
Throwing, Love. Oh no, they get him yet again. Christian Gonzalez has it.
Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Here's second and 11. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll add to their